guys? It's the RetrofloraPodcast. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Charmy, and we're just two crazy sisters with an opinion and a channel.
If you like true crime, conspiracies, and supernatural crap, then this is your channel. Happy Father's Day!
Happy Father's Day! It's Father's Day when we're recording this, by the way. But this will not be released until after.
After Father's Day. After Father's Day, but we do want to wish you a happy Father's Day. Thank you for doing what you do, dads.
Except for you're not doing what you do, then bad dad.
Yeah, don't be a bad dad. Be a good dad, like our dad. He's a good dad. So, we watched the Backrooms.
Yes, we did. We watched the Backrooms 2016. We did not watch the found footage.
2016.
I mean, 2026. Sorry. But we did not watch the found footage, but you know what? We don't need to, actually.
It's a lot. It's a lot of lore. I used to see clips of it on TikTok like years ago.
Well, the same guy who did it is also the guy who directed this movie. So
yeah, one of the
that.
youngest directors to debut a big box office movie.
Yeah, Kane Parsons. He did a really good job.
Yeah, he did. I did enjoy this movie. So,
you know what? Actually, I didn't. At first, when I watched it,
okay.
I didn't really care for it. I was like, okay, whatever. But after I started going through the lore and started looking at all the theories, then I got more interested.
That's good. I liked it when I watched it. I did want a little bit more of the backroom lore, like more rooms to see. I love the Backrooms rooms.
I think I wish we saw the main character's Clark's more descent into madness more, because I feel like they jumped around on that.
Clark and his non-accountability having sub.
Yeah, well.
Okay, well, I have the synopsis here, so let's jump in. The movie opens up with the 90s videotape footage of one of the scientists played by Avin Georgia, the guy from Victorious, yeah.
Yeah, so I saw that he was in the cast, and I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to see him, and then you just don't really see him.
Yeah, he's dressed in that yellow jumpsuit thingy, the hazmat suits or whatever they're called. Like,
yeah.
The medical suits they'll be wearing. We see him wandering through the back rooms, recording everything he sees. He goes to a room filled with video equipment and radios for help. A seagull flies in as Naren, and that's the scientist's name. So Naren continues to wander around until he sees an entity coming towards him. He tries to run, but he is attacked by this entity. It switches to our main character, Clark, played by, alright guys, don't cover me, Chiwetel Ejiofor, a furniture store owner. The store is called Captain Clark's Ottoman Empire, and his business is struggling. And his business is in competition with the different stores, so that's why we see like the graffiti.
Because he's a pirate, but the other one's a what? Oh, okay, so I remember now. So he is Pirate Clark's, and the other one was Big Wayne's Furniture Barn. So it was like a farmer versus a pirate.
Well, they spray painted somebody spray painted ripoff on his front door when they first.
Well, I'm just saying, who came first? Is all I'm saying.
I don't know, but maybe he's ripping off.
And
prices.
also, you think the first furniture stores ever to existed?
Maybe in the 90s. I'm just kidding. He goes to his therapist, Dr. Mary Klein, played by Renette Reinsve. As the movie continues, we see Mary's childhood home was destroyed and her mother was institutionalized for agoraphobia. And if you don't know what agoraphobia is, because I just thought it was the fear of going outside, but it's not. It's actually a fear of going to places or situations where you feel trapped or unsafe. So I can understand that, because that's how I be feeling on planes. Like, I'll get on a plane, but the thought of being trapped in a plane does scare me.
Is it a fear of planes, or is that agoraphobia?
It's the thought of being trapped, because it's not just planes either. Like, being trapped, even when I think about people going in caves and stuff, the thought of being trapped in there scares me. The thought of being trapped in a box or a barrel. Oh, you know what? This is a side tangent, but I was looking at scary scenes or whatever, and I just thought about that scene in what is that movie? It's so controversial. Megan is Missing, and how she had to get in that barrel scene. Oh my god, the thought of that freaks me out. It's not even the small space. It's just being trapped in him just burying her, and sorry, spoilers. He's burying her alive in that barrel with her dead friend. That just scared me. Mary and Clark do a role play scenario where Mary plays Clark's wife, who is divorcing him because of his alcoholism. We see Clark getting very angry and vent about his issues. We then see Clark filming a commercial for his store with his assistant manager, Kat Taylor, played by Lukita Maxwell, and her boyfriend, Bobby Roberts, played by Finn Bennett. Clark sits in a chair towards the end of the commercial, and it breaks.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was any significance to that.
I know he was pissed.
That just shows that his furniture is cheap.
Yeah, that's probably why he's pissed. Now everybody's gonna know. Just kidding, I cut that part out.
Edit it.
Yeah. Later, an electrician comes to fix the electrical problem in the store. They go down to the basement to the electrical panel, where they discover the panel has a third switch that doesn't seem to connect to the rest of the store. At night, we see Clark, who lives in the store, watching TV when a video of the back room pops up before the TV goes out. Clark goes to Clark goes to the basement to check the panel and notices a stream of light coming from the wall. He goes to touch it and passes through the wall and into the back rooms. He wanders around and finds a cardboard cutout of a man, sees several things infused into the floor, and finds Naren's badge. He then sees that entity from earlier and runs until he finds the entrance to lead him back to the store. We see a scientist named Phil, played by Mark Duplass, who works for a corporation named Async Research Institute, watching the recording of Clark wandering through the back rooms. Clark tells Mary about the back rooms, but she doesn't believe him. So Clark recruits Kat and Bobby to get video proof. Clark takes them to the basement, where we see he has made a door of tape on the wall. Clark walks in, and Bobby and Kat are shocked. They enter the back rooms, and Clark ties a rope to Bobby and lowers him into a space he says he hasn't explored. Down there are piles of discarded clothing. Bobby hears growling from that entity, and they quickly pull him back up. But the entity pulls Bobby back down, taking Clark and Kat down with him. The entity drags Bobby's bloody body into a closet space. Saying that, so
Bobby's bloody body.
Bobby's bloody body. Bobby's bloody body. Like, saying that 3 times fast is crazy. Kat goes after him and gets.
Oh God, that's love. Cause girl, I'm not going down there.
No, Bobby, recipes.
I'm sorry, Bobby, but you can take it.
Kat goes after him and gets separated from Clark. He enters a dark room, Clark, with a lit up Christmas tree, where he sees 2 humanoid figures moving towards him, a woman and a man in a wheelchair. Clark runs away to a room where he hears Kat on the other side of the wall. The entity grabs Clark's camera and moves towards Clark while his back is turned. We then see Mary listening to her answering machine, where she gets a message from Clark, who tells her he is staying in the back rooms. Meanwhile, Phil is at home watching TV with his family when he sees a commercial of Clark's store and recognizes him. Concerned, Mary goes to Clark's store to find him. Mary is very dedicated, because I would have been like,
I know,
dang.
Like, is he your only client? Is that why?
Dang, he went to the back rooms. That's crazy. Anyway, next client.
Like, this is my only client, and he's paying the bills. So
a spot has opened up for a new client. She goes to the basement and enters the back room, where she finds a room with creepy drawings. And those drawings are very creepy. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think I would pass out just from the sheer terror. Clark finds her and puts her into a headlock, causing her to pass out. Mary wakes up at a dining room table tied with Clark, a bearded man, the wheelchair man, and a woman. And they are called still lifes. Clark tells Mary that everything in the back rooms is something remembered by it. And I think this is a scene where they talk about, like, a person who's never seen a dog, like you describing it and asking them to draw it, and they've never seen a dog before, so it would come out.
They'll get certain details right, but for most part, it'll be wrong.
Yeah.
That's what she's trying to say.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like how
the back rooms works.
Clark explains that the still lives can't feel pain and that he's been eating parts of them.
Okay, we don't know if they can't feel pain, they just can't show it. Like if you stab someone in a coma. They can't show they feel pain, but they could actually still feel pain.
But the body does show that it can feel pain. It tenses and stuff like that. They don't even do that. They just stare blankly.
Unless... just kidding.
Like, even if he's ripping out like pieces of him,
that guy.
The bearded guy.
Okay, the bearded guy who happens to be big.
He's just chilling, like he doesn't know what's going on.
But also, never mind, I'll get into this later.
He opens a fridge where we see Kat's severed head, and then begins to scalp the woman and puts it on Mary's head.
You know, scalping.
I'm sorry, that whole sentence was crazy.
Scalping must be really big nowadays, because you got scalping in this movie, and then you also have scalping in, spoiler alert, the movie Obsession.
Oh yeah, scalping is gross. He then tells Mary to reenact the marriage role play they did in the beginning, but Mary refuses and tells him his wife left him because he's a whiner who can't take accountability.
No, she didn't refuse. She told him what he needed to hear, but his wife was probably trying to say to him anyway.
Well, she refused to do the scene with him. Like, she was like, I'm not doing a scene with you. Like, this is not the time and place for the scene, bruh. Like, you just You're eating this person. Mary's head is in the refrigerator. Like, no.
I think Clark killed her. I don't think she was one of those not no sink. What do they call it? Still lifes. I keep getting it wrong. That's what they're called.
Yeah, no, that was Mary's head.
Yeah, he killed her because she wouldn't listen to him. Which makes me think that he was very abusive, like, physically to his wife.
Yeah, everything Mary was saying was true. He needs to take accountability, you little whining punk.
But not like verbal, like, and he probably was verbally, but I feel like he was also physically too.
Whatever, he still sucks. She ends up convincing Clark to untie her when the woman still life panics and runs away. We then see a large, deformed Pirate Clark come into the room.
Wait, if she's scared, does that mean she feels, like, the still life feel pain then?
I don't know if she could feel
why
pain,
be scared?
but she was like, oh, heck, he's just scary. Sorry, fireworks.
Yeah, for some reason they want to pop fireworks 10 weeks before 4th of July.
10 weeks before 4th of
July.
Still,
it's not
but
4th
it's
of
also
July.
not dark right now, so it is kind of like you're wasting it, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is she know that she don't want to be around him.
Like,
I don't blame her.
Like, we don't like to be torn apart, so we're gonna like, I don't understand.
Well, if Pirate Clark represents Clark, then it's like the evilness of Clark in there. You know, he's kind of already evil, but
that way the other still lives didn't run.
The one in a wheelchair can't really run, and then I don't know what the bearded dude is doing. He's just like there, but not there. Clark tries to talk to him calmly, but Pirate Clark bites his neck, killing him. Mary runs away and goes through several different rooms where she injures herself in one.
Okay, I can't be the only one that was mad at Mary during this time. Like, girl, why are you running so slow?
I know, she was
like, you falling over everything.
She's definitely pissed me off, but I'm not in the situation, but at the same time, I think I don't know. I would think I would be a little bit more faster, and girl, I don't know.
You know what I was thinking about? The scene from Shark Tales when he's racing those seahorses and the seahorse fell. He's like, what did he fall on? He tripped underwater. On what? Like, girl, what are you doing?
She fell in the couch floor room.
Like, and she was too busy looking back instead of running.
That was my fault. That was my problem too when I went to a Universal Horror Nights and I was getting chased by this monster, and I looked back and then I turned around and I flipped over the little poles that divide the lines in the mazes, and the monster was like, are you okay? And I'm like, get away from me, like, you did this to me. But yeah, I get it. I think I get why Mary's looking back, because I'm the type of person that's looking back too, but I'm not going to do that now because I don't know how to look forward at the same time. So one of the rooms she runs through is a copy of her old childhood neighborhood. She eventually runs into a copy of the furniture store lobby. Pirate Clark is chasing her, and she manages to break his wooden leg. She then begins to beat him with a rock she carries, which was a part of her childhood home. I'm sorry, but like when she took that rock out of her pocket and just started beating him, I was
like, she carried this everywhere you go?
Yeah, I think she does.
Like, that's a good thing for this scenario, but like...
No, she beat the crap out of Pirate Clark.
I know, like, man, you 10 feet tall, you got beat up by
a rock. Yeah. Look, it's David and Goliath.
Girl.
It's David and Goliath, this little situation. Mary triggers an alarm that sets off gas. As she continues to run from Pirate Clark, the scientists find her and save her. She is then interrogated by Phil, where he asks her to confirm the things she saw. Phil tells her that the company used to make MRI machines when they discovered the Backrooms and have been studying it and mapping it. We then cut to the Backrooms, where more spaces are created from Mary's memories. There we see a still life copy of Mary sitting in a room, and the movie ends.
So now it has a copy of her. I feel like it would have been had a copy of her because Clark was in there.
Yeah, but I guess this kind of depends on how much she was in Clark's life. Like, we don't know if
she was his therapist. She got the worst parts of him.
True.
And then he tried to tie her up.
He didn't try. He tied her up. So one of the theories that I saw in the Backrooms, as we jump into theories, is that time may not flow linear in the Backrooms.
I also have that theory.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it. But each room, it flows by each segmented room, meaning that the dimensions itself is not linear. And some of the reasons why, I'll talk about them, and I can talk about why some of these reasons may not support this theory. The researchers ran into Pirate Clark before he entered the Backrooms, meaning that the room the researchers entered in was after Clark had already entered the backroom, if that makes sense.
So you're saying Clark was in that room before the researchers got there?
Yes.
Okay.
In theory. In
theory,
yes. Well, another thing brought up that supports this is that the shoes fused into the floor when Clark enters the back room for the first time were actually the shoes of Kat and Bobby. When Clark sees the red redheaded woman in the Christmas tree room, she's already holding her scalp/head, meaning that she had already been scalped. So that's another theory of what they're saying. But to go back to that Pirate Clark being the entity that they saw in the beginning, something that could disprove that is that Pirate Clark could have been there because the Backrooms are connected to Clark's store. Like it could, and Clark sleeps there,
feeding off of him
yeah,
the entire time without him being inside of him.
Yeah, without
inside of them.
Him being inside of them. Technically, yes.
Being inside the Backrooms.
Also, it can be the same with Sam, Cat and Bobby's shoes. They could have been wearing those shoes the times that they were coming into that store. Mm-hmm. And for the theory of the redheaded lady, it's so dark. I can't tell if she's holding her scalp when she's running in the Christmas tree room towards him. I thought she was wielding a knife, but maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing with the shoes, that they were fused into the floor before even the store manager and her boyfriend got there. So
even the furniture that's fused in there is furniture from the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that the Backrooms, like they exist outside of conventional time, which explains why there's old memories and new memories that exist at the same time in there. Mm-hmm. Well, I have a theory on the company Async. Mm-hmm. And so what's different between this movie and the found footage film is that Async, the company in the found footage film, was experimenting on space. So they were trying to solve overcrowdedness and have a place where people, overpopulations, people can live down there and stuff.
They wanted to send people to the back room.
That was the theory. Well, they weren't specifically looking for back rooms. They were trying to make more space. Mm. They just happened to come across the back rooms, and then they're like, "Oh, let's try to, I guess monetize. I don't know monetize, but let's try to make this work." And then they realize, it's scary down here.
That's where you send the people on death row.
But I also feel like that's why the back rooms looks like an office space. I feel like before it probably was just darkness until they opened the door and it started replicating the world around it. But another thing I want to add is that in the movie they changed it. Async was making medical supplies for hospitals. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they added the X-ray and MRI machines to explain why they have still lives down there. It's taking a picture of humans, but since X-rays and MRIs don't take everything from humans that we see, that they come off not ugly, but not quite white.
Missing data.
Yeah, 3 eyes and 5 faces.
I mean, but it does explain the theories to not just this movie, but even we talked about the back room, we talked about the pool rooms and how it had architecture that didn't lead to anything. There was
it makes no sense.
It made no sense for it to be there. It's it's trying to mimic what it doesn't understand. So it doesn't understand why architecture needs to be certain places because it doesn't understand it, but it's just trying to mimic what it sees. So
it also shows why the guy's flesh was white, because inside furniture is white and cottony. So it's confusing humans with furniture.
I'm trying to figure out how Clark even knew how to eat the flesh.
That's another, I was looking up theories how did you get to this point where you're I'm gonna eat people?
Yeah, I don't know how he got to that either, but maybe he started stabbing them. I just don't know why he ate it. I can understand how you find out they can't feel pain because you think they're attacking you, hit them, whatever. But I don't know why you ate them.
Yeah. And do you need to eat down there? I know in the games and in other lore you kind of do. Water. Yeah. But I don't feel like you have to actually eat down there.
I don't know. I don't want to know. All I know is that Clark has had to been down there for quite some time because there was mail piled up when she came to the door. So,
But also I wanted to add that you never see any scientists replicate it, and you don't see them. Well, here's the theory: is because when they come in hazmat suits, and the entity or Backrooms can't really copy it because they don't have anything to base it off of.
I just feel like it's so weird they come in hazmat suits because I feel like.
Is the air toxic?
I feel like you guys are studying MRI type stuff, so I would think that you would need. I just wouldn't think. But I feel like hazmat suits protect you from weaponry.
Well, I don't know what they're made out of. And also doesn't mean that the Backrooms is radioactive.
Yeah, that's not even radioactive wear that you wear. I don't know why they're wearing that, but I'm just gonna assume it's from the lore, which I still don't know why they're wearing that. Something I want to bring up that I didn't while I was watching the movie, it didn't hit me, but then afterwards when I was researching it, is when Clark told them that he didn't explore the bottom, but in the bottom is where you see the pools, and he told them that this place even has pools, and it's how do you know that if you haven't gone down to the bottom?
Well, is that the bottom? Because it could be more bottoms, but
I think he was lying to them. I think that he brought them there to die. I think he set them up.
You think he made like sacrifice?
Yeah, I think he did mean that.
Maybe that's why Pirate Clark ate him. Was like, is she a sacrifice? And he's like, no. Like, oh well, you're the sacrifice now. Chomp chomp.
So, there's a theory that the reason he did that is because like Mary was basically calling Clark out.
And she was,
and Pirate Clark was not happy with that. But he was trying to let him know, like, okay, we come to the resolution and stuff like that. And he's like, nah, this girl just read me. Like, I'm about to kill you and her because you defending her.
Well, that leads to my theory that Pirate Clark is Clark's negative emotions made physical.
Interesting. I have another theory that is opposite of that. But go ahead.
Really?
Let's talk about that.
So, like you said, when he was reading him,
she read Clark from head to toe. Like,
yeah, and then like
all she didn't say was you a mama's boy because it was close to coming to that.
The reason I say that is because Clark before that part was doing crazy stuff like eating people and talking nonsense.
There's a theory that he was eating cat.
Yeah. It's disgusting. But the reason I say that is because Clark doesn't take any accountability for what he does.
Right. He makes excuses for everything.
He blames on something else. He blames on his job, on his wife, on his anything. He doesn't take accountability. So he thinks himself as, innocent, a victim.
Yeah, he thinks himself as a victim. And
so all of that stuff that he doesn't want to face or talk about just festers inside of him. And that's what I think the Backrooms took a hold of when it was copying him. It took up all those emotions and anger and obsession and all that stuff. And also him being down there for so long, he saw this as an escape so he didn't have to face it. Like, I don't have to pay bills if I live down here. Like, I don't have to do anything and face my wife. There's a theory that he killed his wife, but I don't think he did.
I don't think he did. Yeah, I saw a theory. I don't think he did. I saw a theory that Pirate Clark is actually the real Clark, and that the Clark we see is actually a copy.
That the Pirate Clark is a distorted, stretched out version?
Yeah. And one of the reasons they said that is because we could see how kind of detached Clark is in the Backrooms, the normal looking Clark that we see. And he's very cold, standoffish, and everything like that. And even just when she's in that room with the scary ass drawings, and he's like, you see it? Like, just he's acting so erratic. And there was a scene where, like, after she ran through and she ran through the store, the copy of the store, the gas went off, she's squeezing through. You could see, like, the pain in Pirate Clark's eyes as he's, like, reaching for her. And they conclude that that's actually Clark, like, saying, like, help me, like, I'm stuck.
Help me, you just ate yourself.
You just ate, in this theory, you ate your copy, but yeah.
And the copy wife ran, so, like, I don't know, you're not really giving me really good vibes, man.
I don't know if that's true. I think that Clark was losing it down there, but there was that theory that the other Clark is the dupe. Like, he's not really acting. He acted a little bit scared when Pirate Clark came in, I'm not gonna lie. He kind of looked like, it was more kind of like, what the f*** you doing here? Like, relax, like, everything's good, like, I don't need you. And Pirate Clark's like, chomp.
Well, I need you in my belly.
Right.
There's also a theory that Mary never escaped, but, well, in theory she escaped the Backrooms, but, the scientists ain't gonna let her go because she's seen too much.
Well, in a sense, she escaped, but a part of her is still down there. Like, that copy is down there. So even, I guess in a sense that theory is true. She didn't fully escape. There's always going to be a trace of her left there. But I think she escaped. Do I know what the scientists are going to do to her? I don't know, because I don't think that anyone's going to believe her, even if she came out talking about, like, I went through a whole dimension inside of a furniture store and a giant Pirate Clark chased me after he bit his regular person and then he scalped this woman. Like, nobody's going to believe that. They will look at her like, your mom was institutionalized and we're about to institutionalize you. So,
but also shows, like, how both Mary and Clark faced their trauma. Clark ran from it by hiding in the Backrooms, but Mary actually faced it. But guess what? I'm not going to hide from it. I'm going to learn from it and I'm going to grow from it. While Clark was like, no, I don't want to grow. I want to stay the same. Don't want to change. I'm perfect. He didn't say he was perfect, but he acted like he was.
The theory that the redheaded still life is Clark's wife.
Yeah, because there's pictures of her.
Yeah.
And so in the background.
I do think that she is the still life of
but
the copy of his wife.
I think she's a copy from his memory that he dragged her down
right,
there.
I think so too. I have no idea who the bearded man is. He could be a copy from...
Okay, that's also... Well, this is also sad that Clark was missing and no one filed a missing persons report on him. It's really sad.
I feel like the only two people who probably would have done it died in Backrooms.
That's also why I felt like his wife didn't kill his wife, because if she had died, the cops would have found her body, assuming they found it, and then they would have asked the therapist, "Hey, what's up with your client?" But since that never happened, it's like he just disappeared and no one cared.
They probably just thought he was a drunk and wandered off or something.
That's still sad.
I agree, it is sad, but
Clark is still a bad guy.
Yeah,
But it's still sad.
Yeah, Clark is the bad guy.
So on a scale from 1 to 10, where do you rate this movie?
I give it an 8.5. I liked it. I wanted a little bit more lore in it, but I liked the concept of the Backrooms, and I hope we get a sequel.
We probably are. They ended it like on a cliffhanger, kind of. I give it a 6.8.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's not like it was bad. It's just like, honestly, I probably will never watch it again.
I would watch it again.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is Mary's acting when she first goes through that wall. It's like she's like, what the? Like she's like visibly like shaking. Like you can see it.
Oh my god. So the fun fact, when she goes to the wall, she sees a fly first that goes through the wall. That fly was not scripted. Okay, that fly was just a random fly in the studio.
actor.
Yeah, that fly was a random fly, and they tried to get rid of it, but it wouldn't go nowhere. And so they're like, you know what? Let's just work this into the scene. And so they had the fly. Well, I guess they just watched the fly. And when he went to that spot, they just had him disappear. So yeah, good luck. The fly's gonna get an Oscar now. He's gonna get nominated.
So yeah, that was the Backroom, you guys. Let us know how you guys what your opinions are in the Backroom. Next time we are going to cover Obsession.
Yes, I love Obsession.
We are obsessed with Obsession. I'm gonna do a synopsis like we did, and then we will talk about theories. Well, you've made it to the end.
You must really like the sounds about high-pitched voices and quirky commentary.
You might as well like and subscribe to our channel and hit that bell to be notified every time we drop new content. If you want to follow our social medias, they will be linked in the description box below. Bye! Sorry, that car was coming. I was trying to be louder. Bye. Be nice to your dads. You can.
And don't go to the backroom.
Don't go to the bathroom. No clipping. No clipping.
They can't control that.
Control that.